You can't not drive through the tunnel if there's going to be a tunnel. It's a thing you got to do. I'm sure of it. Good morning, little buddy. Did you know that it's not even light out yet and we don't need to be awake yet? Oh my goodness. He's not aware that we don't need to be awake yet. Do you need to go out there? Well, I guess there's a little bit of light happening in the sky. I guess we're getting a little earlier start to the day than what I was planning on. Good morning, everybody, from my lovely camp spot on some BLM land just outside of Zion National Park. It's a beautiful morning now that the sun has actually come up. If you're new to the channel, I'm Katie, that's Tuck. This is my Jeep, and we're on a pretty massive road trip. And we are headed south towards Mexico, but there's a lot between here and there. While I was scouting for a campsite last night, I came upon this amazing road. Oh, my door is ajar. It's called the Smithsonian Butte Road, or the Smithsonian Butte Backcountry Byway. And I did a little homework on it last night, and it looks really pretty, and that it goes to some cool stuff, including a ghost town. So we're taking this road. Those rather spectacular rock formations are Zion National Park. This road is going along a side of the park that you don't see. I've never seen this view, and it's pretty awesome. This is really steep, like really steep. I definitely don't think the drone shows how steep this is. I'm in first gear and still having to put on the brakes. That road is so steep because it took us from the top of a mesa down to the Virgin River Valley really fast. Do you see the cows? Can you say, hey, cow? This is the ghost town of Grafton, and it's really well kept. It was established in 1859 by Mormon settlers and didn't last very long because of floods and Indian raids. I assume the Paiute tribes in this area would be the natives in question. Oh, closed. You can't go in. But I think that must be the schoolhouse. And the windows are too high for me to see in, but maybe the camera can see something. Can you see anything? What a view, huh? Let's see if we can go in this one. How cool! I'm glad we could come in here. Cool old house. Way cool fireplace. And this was the Russell home. And this room obviously had some water damage on the roof. I can't go that fast. Oh, what a way cool space. And look at the view you would have had out your window. I think these walls are adobe. I mean, they're very cement-like. Got one small room. We already went in there. Come here. Your little closet under the stairs. Your Harry Potter room. Neat. And you could just come here and walk around, apparently. Did you hear the cow? Yeah, I heard the cow. Hey, cows. How you doing, cows? Look at how curvy and not straight so many of those logs are. They just used what they had and made it work. This looks like it might have been a shop of some sort. Very low ceiling. I can touch the ceiling easy. You're a good boy. Is that pretty exciting? Run away. Did you just run away from the cow? Good boy. Cool old farm equipment there. Now, you're coming over to say hi. Do you have murder in your eyes? Do you want to murder the dog? Or are you just curious? Good choice. Good choice. You've just made a very good life choice, Duck. It is so pleasant and peaceful here. This would have been a pretty awesome place to live. Barring floods and getting attacked by Indians. Are we allowed to check out this one? This is across the street and not next to the other houses. But I don't see any no trespassing signs. So we're checking it out. And this has obviously also been restored. Oh, very cool little one-room house. You're a good boy. And there's a very well-worn path to the next one, so I'm assuming it's okay to go. It is almost taken my coat off kind of weather. Almost. This one looks like maybe it was built a little later. It's got kind of some more modern stuff going on. There's no doorknob, but you can just open the door. You're a good boy. This was definitely built later and is a little fancier. And this was the family of John Wood Sr. and Ellen Smith Wood. We're not actually going to step in there because if those boards are rotted, I question the integrity of the rest of them. Cool room. The roofs must have been leaking on a lot of these for a long time. Got a little corral and some barns over there. undo all their handiwork here. Oh, what'd you find there? That looks like a bit of raccoon tail. I'm guessing they probably kept hogs in here or something young. Man, look at that view from your barn. I think that actually takes quite a bit of craftsmanship to be able to make a sturdy, stable log structure out of these logs that are not remotely straight. I suspect they were hard pressed to find straight trees around here. I mean, there's cottonwoods and there's junipers, and none of those are gonna produce straight logs. So, I mean, they did a really good job with what they had. I'm guessing that's an orchard of fruit trees. I wonder if you're allowed to come pick the fruit when it's in season. All right. Hop in. Good boy. The Grafton Cemetery is right down the road. And if you know anything about me, it's that I like cemeteries. So that's where we're going. So really this cemetery would only be for the residents that were living in Grafton for a relatively short period of time. And look at this one, Cedar Peat. That's a pretty cool grave marker. And people have been leaving coins at the graves. Not sure why. So these are graves of the local Paiute people. Indian Hokum Paiute, circa 1847 to 1905. Puss, son of Point. Sorry, you gotta move your. Poinkum and Mary, son of Poinkum and Mary. So that's Poinkum. That's Poinkum's son. Another of their sons. And I'm guessing that they're buried at the back of the cemetery because they were Indian. I guess at least they were buried. And I'm also guessing that these are new tombstones because a tombstone from 1899 would not look like that. It looks like the charitable society that takes care of this cemetery is putting proper grave markers in. John William York, James Jasper York, Asa Uriah York, and who is in our big fenced off area? That's interesting. Robert M. Berry, born February 3rd, 1841, killed by Indians, April 2nd, 1866. Ellen Maywood and Pearl Wood. These are very small graves. 1887 to 1888. Yeah, children. Those are the children. And another child's grave. Infant daughter of George and Emily Wood. Died October 5th, 1888. And then in memory of Nancy B., beloved wife of Alonzo H. Russell, born March 28th, 1825, died March 11th, 1903. She was a kind and affectionate wife and fond something and friend to all. And a fond I can't read that. Mother. A fond mother and friend to all. Get out of there. That is not a ball for you. That's not your ball. Another cool old cemetery in a cool desert setting with Zion National Park in the background. I mean, it wasn't Zion National Park back then, but it was this beautiful back then. These are some older original gravestones from 1871. George Washington Gibson. Mary Ann Sparks. A kind mother, a dutiful and affectionate wife, a faithful saint, awaits a resurrection with the just. Joshua Newman Gibson, but you can't read that at all anymore. And another unreadable one, Mary Electa Gibson. It's an interesting middle name, Electa. And then this is a replacement tombstone for George Jethro Gibson. So this is a replacement tombstone for that one, but there are two graves. I mean, certainly George Jethro is buried there, but somebody else is too. I think it's time for us to start heading down the road somewhere. This gate requires some maneuvering. So you pull this, push, there we go. What are you eating on the ground? You ready to get back in the car? Good boy. All right, I think it's time to head down the road. Where exactly, I'm not sure, but we're headed toward, kind of towards Springdale, which is the gateway to Zion National Park, and maybe we'll do a quick little drive through Zion. What are you doing? Oh. I left the bag of treats sitting there. It's just about lunchtime, so maybe I'll see if there's a place I can grab some lunch in Springdale. I mean, there should be a place I can grab some lunch. We're still in Utah and it's still the off season, and so I don't know what's going to be open. We'll see what we find. We've got some fun roadside art on the way out of Grafton. It's all up on private property, so I can't get a close look at it. But somebody was doing some decorating of their property. There's a naked cowgirl, a bunch of beer cans. I don't know how to interpret most of this art, but it's fun to look at. The stunning views you get in Utah just never get old to me. I mean, I've been here before. I haven't been on this road, but I've been here before. I've hiked in Zion, and it still floors me every time. I mean, of the 5 national parks in Utah, Zion is for sure the most visually stunning. Welcome to Springdale. It's quite a lovely town. I bet it's extra stunning in the fall when the leaves are changing colors. I don't know that I've been here when the leaves were changing. And finding an open restaurant might be a little bit of an issue. I'm seeing lots of closed signs. The gas station's open. I don't want a gas station sandwich, and I don't really want another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I've been eating lots of those lately. Hoodoo's General Store and Deli is open, so I think that's where we're going. Were you a good boy? Were you a good boy? You're gonna be happy with what I got. I got a roast beef sandwich. I think it's gonna be a pretty standard roast beef sandwich, and I think that's just fine for Tuck. It does have like some chipotle sauce on it, so that could be good. Standard good roast beef sandwich. I really like whatever bread this is. It's like a really thick, but not chewy bread. It's good. The sky is getting a lot grayer and it's starting to drizzle a little bit, but let's drive through Zion National Park. Just a quick, woo, here it is, because we're here. It's like 2 minutes away from us, so we should do that. And it sure is quiet in Zion. There are not many people here. I'm going to try to keep my outside camera wiped off so that the view isn't all blurry, but we're probably going to get some blurry views. And it's already getting a little extra damp out there, a little extra rainy, so I had to bring the camera in. My windshield's not that clean, sorry. This is the road that's inside the park that during the summer you have to take a shuttle down this road. But in the off season, you can just drive down it and it's cool. The scenery is unreal. It's amazing to me how much green grass is growing. It's been raining a lot. And if you remember your geology lessons from Capitol Reef, these tall, very straight red sandstone walls are Wingate sandstone, which are solidified sand dunes. And on top of that is the white Navajo sandstone, which is cross-bedded, wind-blown sand dunes from the largest desert that ever existed on Earth. And that's the end of the road. We are going to drive a little more through the park though, because there's some tunnels, and I like tunnels. And we're going to drive through the tunnels just to drive through the tunnels. Because, you know, there's tunnels. You can't not drive through the tunnel if there's going to be a tunnel. It's a thing you got to do. I'm sure of it. We're back on the main drag and headed to drive through the tunnels. There's pretty stuff along the way. It's not just about the tunnels. It's mostly about the tunnels. And while I'd rather it not be raining, the clouds do make this dramatic landscape look even more dramatic than usual. It's a breathtaking park without the clouds, but the cloudy weather gives it that little extra. Another tunnel, but this one's pretty short. And I think that's all we're going to see of the park today. And now I'm headed down the road to try to find a camp spot. The rain does make that a little bit trickier, but I think I found one that should be accessible even if it's muddy. It's a pretty crappy road conditions, but we can do it. This will do. It's maybe a titch closer to the highway than I would prefer, but it's still far enough away that the little guy is not going to wander that far. And we kind of have it all to ourselves. We once again can see Zion National Park, this time from a different angle and a little bit further distance, I think. But dinner, you want your dinner, you hungry? Here's your food ball. And I think that's it for today. And I want to thank all of you for coming along with me. It's amazing that you're coming along with me. And if you've made it this far in the video and you're not a subscriber yet, maybe you should subscribe. It costs nothing and it really does help. We'll see you down the road.